Fractions are fun. Hey guys, welcome back to another Emerge Academy math lesson. This is video number 3 of the Fractions Made Easy lesson series, where we break down fractions to make it easy for you to understand. So make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss a video in this series. In the last lesson, we looked at comparing fractions. So if you've missed that session, please make sure you go and check that out before watching this one. I will link it in the cards above. And don't forget that there is a workbook in the description that goes along with all the videos in this series. Make sure you click the link in the description below to get your copy of that workbook today. And without further ado, let's jump into today's lesson. Okay, so today we're looking at equivalent fractions. And the big question is this: why can fractions look different but mean the same thing? By the end of this lesson, you will be able to understand why fractions work and how to create them logically. So here in front of us, we have 3 different fractions: 1/2, 2/4, and 3/6. But you can see that our sentence is 1/2 is equal to 2/4, which is equal to 3/6. Now, if you are not familiar with how to use these equal signs, please make sure you go back to our previous lesson where we looked at how to use those within our comparing fractions lesson. If you've not seen that one yet, I will link it in the cards above. It's so important that you watch that before starting this video. But if this looks very familiar to you, let's keep on going. So how can all these fractions be the same? Let me explain. So you can see it here. We've got 1/2, and we're comparing it visually to 2/4. The amount that is shaded is the same. So let's add our 3/6. Equivalent fractions represent the same portion of a whole. So here's the logic. It's a rule that we call scaling up. If we multiply the numerator and the denominator by the same number, the fraction's value does not change. So if you can see in the first diagram, we have 1/2 times by 2/2 equals 2/4. And in the second diagram, we have 1/2 times by 3/3 equals 3/6. Why does this work? It's because we are multiplying by 1. So let's think about this logically. When we look at the fraction 2/2, it basically means 1 whole. 3/3, 1 whole. So multiplying by 2/2 or 3/3 is the same as multiplying by 1. And we will look at multiplying fractions later on within the series. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss out on that video. Let's have a look at a rule we call scaling down, or another way to call it is simplifying fractions. Now, we will go into more detail on simplifying. Hold on a second. Now let's look at what we call scaling down. We can also divide the numerator and denominator by the same number. So in this case, if we take 4/8 and we divide it by 2, we get 2/4. If we take 2/4 and divide that by 2, we get 1/2 or 1/2. Dividing the numerator and denominator by the same number helps to keep the value equal, which means that it won't change in value. But don't worry about this too much. We will delve deeper into simplifying fractions in a later video. So again, make sure that you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you don't miss that video within the Fractions Made Easy lesson series. Okay, so let's create some equivalent fractions for each of these questions. So first of all, we have 1/3. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to times 1/3 by 2/2. Because if you remember, 2/2 is the same as saying 1. We want to multiply by 1. So 1/3 times 2/2 equals So 1 times 2 equals 2. 3 times 2 equals 6, which means that an equivalent fraction to 1 over 3 is 2 over 6. I hope that made some sense. So let's have a look at the next one. So we have 2 over 5, or 2/5. We're going to do the same thing. Let's times it by 2 over 2. 2 times 2 is 4, and 5 times 2 is 10, which means that 2/5 is equal to 4 over 10. Let's have a look at the next one. 3 over 4, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to times it by 2 over 2. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 2 is 6. And 4 times 2 is 8. That means that 3 over 4 is equal to 6 over 8. And lastly, let's have a look at this question here. So 1 over 2, we're going to times that also by 2 over 2. So we can say 1 times 2 is 2. And 2 times 2 is 4. That means that 1 over 2 is equivalent to 2 over 4. Great, so how did you do? I hope that made a lot of sense for you. If not, make sure you rewind and go back again to help further cement your understanding. That's the great thing about these videos. You can always rewind a certain part until you get it fully. And that's okay. Okay, so here's some independent practice for you to have a go at. I want you to answer these questions by telling me, are these fractions equivalent? Yes or no? Pause the video here and have a go at them, and then we'll go through the answers once you're done. How did you get on? Let's go through the answers. So, is 2 over 4 and 3 over 6 equivalent? Now, I've put no here, but actually they are equivalent. The reason I put no is because at first glance, most people will say no. But the truth is, although 2, 4 and 3, 6 are not directly equivalent, they are both equal to 1/2. So yes, they are equivalent. What about 4/10 and 2/5? Yes, that's correct. They are equivalent. 5/8 and 10/16? Yes, they are equivalent. And also 3/9 and 1/3 are equivalent. I really hope you've enjoyed this lesson today. Let's have a quick recap on what we learned today. We learned that equivalent fractions represent the same amount, and that we can either multiply or divide the top and bottom number by the same number to get an equivalent fraction. When we multiply, it's called scaling up. And when we divide, it's called scaling down or simplifying. And we are always multiplying and dividing by, and we are always multiplying or dividing by 1. Excellent work. You can now find equivalent fractions with confidence. If you keep practicing, you'll become a fractions expert. And speaking of practice, in the description below, you'll find a workbook that goes along with all the videos in this lesson series. So be sure to click that link and grab your copy today. Inside it, it will go into more in-depth on equivalent fractions and also give you questions to practice so that you can further cement your knowledge. I really hope you've enjoyed this lesson today. Please make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell, and I will see you in the next video where we'll be looking at simplifying fractions. Until then, bye for now.